I'm Beverly from the Midland Public Library Program Assistant, and today on Culinary Creations we are going to make something warming and truly delicious. So we are going to make something delicious. It's a recipe that most people have tried to make or have made, but if you haven't, follow along and see our version of stew. Now we used thinner beef strips instead of like a stewing beef. I find them a bit more tender, and they are also easier to cut, and sometimes not quite as expensive. I paid under $7 for this piece of meat, and we had lots of meat, carrots, potatoes, onions, and whatnot in our stew. So here we go. Watch this. So our ingredients, we have used an inside round stir fry beef. It is cut into strips, and we're going to cut it 2 more times to make it more cube shape or bite size. 293 kilograms, so less than 0.3 kilograms of meat. We used 2 very large carrots. We used 3 very large potatoes. We also used 1 large onion. We used 1 organic bouillon cube, beef flavored, and that requires 3 cups of water with it. We also had and added 1 cup of red wine. It's your choice whether you decide to add that or not. I found it gave it lots of flavor. Salt and pepper to taste, and we used an Italian seasoning. And I added a little bit more pepper because it had such nice flavor and spice to it, okay? So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to cut up your meat, and you are going to cover it in some flour. Once it's covered in flour, you're going to put it into your container, and you're going to cook that at about a medium temperature till it is golden brown. I used a Dutch oven. You can fry it if you want on your stovetop, and then use a crock pot if you like, totally your choice. After that, what we did was we, peeled and cut our carrots into cubes, so they're sort of bite-sized pieces. Then we peeled our potatoes, and again made them more bite-sized pieces. The same with our onion, peeled and sliced our onion up. Now, at this point, you've been stirring your beef on and off. You can see it in our Dutch oven. It's nicely browned, and it has some nice coating in the bottom of the pan. Next, I added 1 cup of wine. Again, it's totally your choice whether you want to add that or not. I found it really flavorful. So once we added the wine, then I added the bouillon cube, which was with 3 cups of hot water, right? And I stir that up well, and then I added it to our stew mixture. Then we added the salt and pepper. So a teaspoon of salt and maybe a bit more than a teaspoon of pepper. All your vegetables are now going into the pot, and I added about 2 teaspoons of the Italian seasoning. I covered my Dutch oven, and I cooked it on medium-low for a couple hours, stirring it occasionally. And with ours, what I did was I added a little bit more pepper, about another teaspoon of pepper, just before it finished, just to give it, like I said earlier, a little more flavor. And then the house smelled fabulous because of it. I put some garlic bread in the oven, and look at how wonderful this looks. It was so flavorful, and it was really nice to have extra to take to work the next day. I hope your stew has turned out as lovely as ours. It was a delicious meal. It was economical. It fed lots of people. And when the weather's, you know, on and off, snow and cold and warm and whatnot, it's a nice recipe. I'll see you on the next Culinary Creations. Bye for now.